EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. These guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also winners in Week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Hoosier, their rookie quarterback from Indiana.
And a very promising debut in Week 1. Let's face it. Rookie quarterback, anytime you can go out in Week 1 that way and get a victory, you take that as a giant positive as a team and as a player. Now, he'll work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry for Rachaad White. And he'll work this one out to about the 38. From the 38 now. Here's second and a couple. It's a gain of 8. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. It's a gain of 4. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards. And the Saints first down. A gain of 16 yards. They go play action here on first down. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Tackle made back at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panthers sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
We're seeing it in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Young. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they work this well on field across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A 6-yard pickup.
A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 14 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the training.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Danny Stutzman. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Young. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
For a Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They stay on the ground with White. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
The tackle by Jarvis Brownlee. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that. He's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
A little juke. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. And if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
First down, Saints.
First down, here's White. Gets past one man. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
First down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Brings up 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. Here's third and a few inches as they've got it as we resume action. Young now. That is caught. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on third and inches.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, Young. This is caught by McMillan. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Now he'll tuck this and run. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Chase Young on the tackle.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Got his man. It's Tucker complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
34-yard line.
To throw, Young. That's caught by Tucker. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Third and 3.
Young to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Derek Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
He gets it to Cooks. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And the Saints, first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Derek Brown able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Second and 15. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 down at the 33. Here's the option. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Rashad White, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A loss of
a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young to throw it. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Young. That's taken in. It's Xavier Ligon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7.
The Panthers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Young. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out of the gun, it's Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Trey Tucker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
A point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New Orleans offense set to take over. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now back to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
20. That's good for a Saints first down. It's a gain of 20.
Back to throw here.
Saints.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
2nd and 2. Going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
In punt formation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line.
Final play of the half. Young. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Tucker. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the give, this is Hubbard. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Young. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson.
A 7-yard gain.
Young. That's caught by Tucker. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd probably take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime. Now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get game.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
White, he'll try the left side. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Saints, 1st down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
And the Saints, 1st down.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
The pass.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw here. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not much to speak of. Called it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw, Young.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now here's Young.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Young to throw it.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
They'll run on 1st down with Hubbard.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, Young. Got him in, that's Liggett. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Panther field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting through.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Panthers have recovered. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Keanu Britton.
His 2nd sack of the night.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
As he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Yards on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Young.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 more yards.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Young will set to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watson.
2nd down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 21-yard line.
Young now.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young taking it in from the 20.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Saints offense and running back Rachaad White set to take over again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. The pass caught by Olave. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run with White.
Dances by him. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. He'll get that out to the...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a forward recovery. And a touchdown for the Panthers. And that's a linebacker short. He can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. They'll set up to throw.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Back to throw again.
Again, it's Johnson.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Keanu Britton
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
The tackle made
just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Saints' 38-yard line.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll complete this one to Watson.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Nick Scorton able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. Great footwork, but wrangled down before reaching the 20. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Young from the shotgun. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Panthers are on their way to a 2-0 start. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive performance.
Extra point right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A 5-yard pickup on the play.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback.
3 and out.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Rashad White. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nick Scorton able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Part of my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, There's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Talking about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. Their front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. Nice little juke. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take us down to the 33. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. First down, he'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll run with Hubbard. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Carolina, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.